Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead reading. Just before I start the reading, you will notice the door is constantly opening and closing. We have another doggy in the house. I am looking after my son's dog. We don't have grandbabies yet, we just have their dogs. And so Mango is here with me today also, so double trouble. Got Bella and Mango. She's a good girl though. And you're a good girl, aren't you? She's just very, very inquisitive, very intelligent. But she's a small dog, and don't they always have the biggest attitudes? So anyway, let's get on with your reading, Leo, and let's just hope she stays a good girl. Okay, so let's have a look. Hope you've had a great week. This is for week commencing the 7th of April. Let's have a look. No, just one at a time, please, and thank you. Let's just see what the energy is. Oh, I love that. Well, these are tarot stroke oracle, and this is spread your wings, very Two of Wands energy, and embrace. Love this. I do feel like you're on a really exciting journey, Leo, with all your readings and recently. So next week, they're wanting you to spread your wings, expand your horizons, expand your thought process, and embrace it. Now, embrace is very much like the World card also in the tarot. So it's kind of like saying, open your mind to the next stage, if you like. Don't just stay where you are. Keep going, keep expanding, keep that momentum. Here she goes, she's now starting to whine. So, dear spirit guides and angels, please join me in this reading for Leo and make it helpful, hopeful, and healing. Now, we're back to using the Bee Tarot because I just so connected with it, and I think it's because of the time of year. Okay, so your Queen of Cups is your focus next week. Six of Wands is your opportunity. The Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune, is your challenge. And two more, please, and thank you for Leo. Thank you. The Nine of Cups is coming in, and the Four of Pentacles is your advice and outcome. So the Queen of Jars is the Queen of Cups. This is very motherly energy. Again, I do feel like you do have, like last week and the week before, I think Queen of Pentacles kept showing up for you. Now you've got the Queen of Jars. But it's also about caring, loving, being in connection with your emotions, in touch with people around you that perhaps need your help and love and support. It's a very giving, beautiful card. Six of Wands is your opportunity. Now, the Six of Wands is about success, victory. This is the card of victory. This is like, for instance, if you're studying next week and you are waiting for results, this is a positive result. It's also about being in the public eye and being successful around others, and they can recognize your success. The Wheel is your challenge. Now, the Wheel is the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot, in the Ryder Waite traditional tarot. Now, the Wheel of Fortune comes in exactly what it says on the tin, when things are about to move in your favour. Now, there's some sort of blockage going on here, not sure what it is yet until we clarify. The advice card always, if there is a blockage, is double down on the good stuff. Nine of Jars is what you don't see coming. And now with that Wheel of Fortune, with that blockage, I'm not at all worried about it when this is coming in anyway. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's contentment. Again, there's something very fulfilling for you next week. It's like you're reaching some goals, you're ticking some boxes, and it's just matters of the heart also, because it's cups or jars as it is in this deck. And then your advice and outcome is the Four of Pentacles. Now, it's the only pentacle you've got so far. And as an advice card, it's saying, look at your finances. Maybe there's something that you need to be a bit more in control of. I'm not sure. But there is some sort of financial aspect to the advice for next week too. Anyway, let's have a look. We're going to clarify with the Rider Waite Radiant. So Queen of Jars, Queen of Cups, why are you here? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Let's have a look. Why do we have the Queen of Cups here? Please and thank you for Leo. It'd be a mum energy around you. Let's have a look. Just one at a time, although 8 of Wands came out there. I'm not surprised. It's about being in alignment with your wishes and goals. Oh, yes. We have the Fool energy. Love that with spread your wings and embrace. The Fool is traditionally called, the message of that is take that leap of faith. Oh my gosh, you've got the World again, which is embrace. And you've got the Hermit attributed to Virgo. Now, the Queen of Jars, why is the Queen of Jars here? The Queen of Cups, this is something about you taking a chance on something, going for it, because that's what the Fool energy does. The Fool is about, you can see he's taking a risk, if you like, because look, he could just take that next step and fall off the edge of that cliff. However, he kind of knows that the universe has his back. And I think that's where the Queen of Cups is coming in too. There's somebody around you next week who's really supportive and loving and emotionally in touch with you and your wants and needs. The World, oh my gosh, you couldn't make this up, is your energy in your energy cards. And also you've got it as a focus next week. Focus on going to the next level, leveling up, maybe even going to the next stage of your project. And that doesn't mean to say, oh my gosh, I've got to do something quite dramatic. For instance, if you want to move house, just go on Rightmove or go on a platform that makes you look at that kind of thing. It's just about progression. But it's also, with the World, is about making sure that what lessons you've learned in the past you take to this next step, if you like. Now, the Hermit is here. Now, I love this because the Hermit is actually shining his light on the world, and he really wants you to double down on that. The Hermit comes when we have a bit of introspection. We need to have a jolly good think. So, yeah, there is the World, the Fool card there saying, take that leap of faith. However, the Hermit is probably saying, but don't forget, just make sure that it is exactly what you want. Take yourself out. I also feel this is you have to perhaps remove yourself from others that perhaps aren't quite on board with it, because I think you get too influenced by others. Also, it can actually mean that with this World card especially, and the Fool and the Hermit, that you are physically moving. You are physically putting some space between you and something else. Now, the Six of Wands is your opportunity. It's almost like, if you want to launch a business and you want to go online, there's an opportunity for you to do it. This is like people seeing your success. Or having a shop, like I said before, or something in the public eye. Maybe, you're thinking of starting a group. Let's have a look. Two of Cups is clarifying that. I absolutely love that. We have the Two of Swords. And we have the Chariot. So the Two of Cups tells me that you are maybe embarking on this with a soulmate energy. Or with a soulmate. You could be going into business with somebody who really gets you. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. They're just on the same level as you, because you can see they're exactly the same height. They're giving the same things. There's a lovely, lovely energy about this card. It can also mean that this Six of Wands, whatever you're embracing and spreading your wings about, is something that's really soul fulfilling for you, almost like a nod to you from somebody else. You've got the Two of Swords. It does tell me that there are other options, maybe that you're not considering too. These will become apparent with perhaps exploring other options that there may be. She has got her back to the water there. It's kind of a message to say, although you've got the Queen of Cups here, there's a message here perhaps saying you need to turn your back on the emotional side of this and just concentrate on what pathway you want to go. And also block out other people's opinions. This is what I felt about the Hermit. She's got a blindfold on there. She needs to go within and then decide herself. Same with the Hermit. And then you have the Chariot. Now the Chariot is jumping in the driving seat, literally. Again, this is a big message of travel here for some of you, because the Chariot is also the card of travel. But yes, there's success. Maybe you're successfully doing a travel business, or there's something to do with travel that brings you success. But also the other side to the Chariot is you actually getting on board with it and just doing it and thinking, right, okay, this is not happening. I'm just going to have to take control of this and do it myself. But it's all really positive. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is your challenge. I'm not sure why at the moment. Somebody or something is blocking this. It's a kind of a stagnant energy, but I really don't feel it in the cards here next week. It feels like, you know, things are actually moving in your favour. Maybe it's a lack of belief. I don't know. Let's have a look. Why do we have the Wheel as a challenge? We've got the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't juggle both of these options, whatever they are. Maybe there's a financial aspect where you're going to have to rob Peter to pay Paul, so to speak, whatever that saying is. Five of Cups and Four of Swords. Yeah, there's something to do with maybe you're going to have to start prioritizing with your home life, what you want to do. And maybe that, you know, there's a financial implication to that too. Maybe that's what's stopping this Wheel of Fortune from going round for you. You've got the Five of Cups too, which will definitely stop it. The Five of Cups is loss, regret, and disappointment. And now you might have had that in the past, but that is in the past. And you need to, like I say, double down on the good stuff, which means take a look behind you at the cups that are there full still, not what's been spilt already. That's like, you can't do anything about those cups. Cups are our emotions, relationships. And then we've got the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is a challenge, is lack of sleep, which, to be honest with you, you know, when we don't get the good sleep that we need, we can't put things into perspective. We wake up in the morning absolutely shattered, and it's like a vicious circle. And maybe that's why that Wheel of Fortune in there, you're in this cycle where it's like, oh my gosh, I want to, but now the Nine of Cups is coming, which is wish fulfillment. I think you need to release yourself from that, as the Hermit suggests, which gives you this, if you like, sitting in the energy of what you wish for, which is very important. You've got the Eight of Swords. Funny, because I just said you're kind of like talking yourself out of it here, and that's what the Eight of Swords is doing to you. It's like you're still battling. You've got the Nine of Swords. It's like, you know, it's your wish fulfillment, but for some reason you are, yeah, look, you've got the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is like a new beginning, a new relationship. It can be a baby, it can be whatever it is that's just over, you know, it's like, wow, a nice refreshing energy to do with love, matters of the heart, relationships, friendships. But although you're in that, you know, you want this Nine of Cups energy, you know, you want this wish fulfillment, you're still looking like you're not facing your fears regarding it next week, which is a bit of a heads up to you, because you've got the Four of Swords as a challenge, which is lack of sleep. And what's coming in is lack of sleep still. The advice of that card is always face your fears. Look, what is keeping you up at night? Let's do something about it. Are you, you know, doing, what's it called? The ostrich, emu, I don't know, the ones that stick their head in the sand. You've got the Eight of Swords. You're still talking yourself out of it for some reason. Let's have a look. How can we turn this around? With the Four of Pentacles, look at the financial aspect. Look at the stability it's going to bring you. This is how I feel. Four of Pentacles, why are you there? Six of Pentacles, this is what's bringing you financial reward, if you like, with the King of Wands and the Five of Swords. Now, financial, this is reciprocal energy also. It's kind of like saying, well, if you look at the financial aspect of it and what's, you know, the stability of it, it's going to kind of, maybe you're looking to get a mortgage for this, or maybe you're looking to borrow some money for it. because this is about money coming back to you. I don't suggest you go in debt or anything like that. Please don't take that like that, because this is also about a balance coming in for you. Now you've got the scales there. It's like your hard work, your time, your energy, your money is paying off. There's some sort of investment perhaps going on here that they're suggesting you're looking at the invested side of this as opposed to the emotional side to it. What are you going to get back out of it? You've got the Five of Swords. The advice of the Five of Swords is walk away from whoever's pushing your buttons regarding this. And I do feel that's perhaps your challenge here next week. There will be somebody who can be quite cutting with their words, and just pushing you and seeing how far you're going to go. Now, I would obviously ignore that and walk away. This is the advice here. Be that person. Give them their sword. Let them. In the words of Mel Robbins, and in fact, I saw a T-shirt on Facebook the other day for sale, and it said "Let them" across it. And I thought, I so need that T-shirt, because you've got the King of Wands, very decisive leadership. Like, I know what I want. I'm going to go for it. I've got a vision. I've got a goal, and that's where I'm going with that. It could be that you are moving into a more financial role within your job, even to do with the money, to do with that. And there's those Five of Swords, some people are just like, I don't know, casting doubt on your mind. But wands are your suit, Leo. And it's like, no, don't allow that. Not stand your ground, but just focus on the end goal. Focus on what you want. So it's a very independent energy too. So let's finish. We're going to ask an angel number for you. I haven't done the angel numbers for such a long time. What other messages are here, please and thank you, for Leo? Other messages are here, please and thank you, for Leo. We've got 272, confidence. Now that makes sense, doesn't it? Because I do feel like there's a lack of, especially with the Eight of Swords, kind of like talking yourself out of things for some reason, putting hurdles in the way, feeling like there's a little bit of self-sabotage going on there. They're wanting you to look at the confidence that you do actually have. Leo's are fire signs. You're fiery, you're determined. Have you lost that little side of confidence lately? That's what they want you to focus on and look at. So, gosh, that went quickly. That flowed beautifully. Love that for you, Leo. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates and have a great week. And take care. Here comes Bella.